The power social media has over my identity. My identity is made up of how I see myself plus how others see me. This is governed by who I am and who I want to be, my realistic self versus my ideal self. This gap in between the two selves is described as being the image gap. The wider the gap, the less self-esteem we have, further damaging our identity. The ideal selves for me and most of modern youth culture today are set by influences such as celebrities and the media, and most importantly technoculture, all supported by the platform of social media. I'm going to split this presentation into the two main ways social media aids or damages the creation of my identity. Number 1, the perfect image. I have found the more time I spend on social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, comparing myself to others, the more damage it has on my mental health, leading to issues such as anxiety and body issues. This is due to the pressure social media creates around successful self-presentation to gain feedback from others, or how I read this feedback, and affecting my want and need to communicate. I feel so governed by these ideals, aided by the power of social media, to be perfect, putting more pressure on the success of my self-presentation. I'm socialised into thinking this is the desired norm, letting them set my goals and motivations, but forgetting that it is non-obtainable due to the unrealistic standards or the ideal changing over time or context. For example, in the 1960s, Marilyn Monroe was seen as the ideal woman and set the beauty code with her size 16 figure. However, now social media has constructed this into being seen as fat compared to celebrities like Kate Moss. And the more up-and-coming ideal to be skinny and have large curves like Kim Kardashian, illustrating how ridiculous these standards are, but how I still feel they create a stigma for me to revolve my life around, especially my online life, as it's easy to create my ideal identity through social media acts as my stage for my performance, the success of my self-presentation. I do this through my NVC, through my profile pictures, the images and groups I show and belong to, and the feedback I receive and communicate. However, this can have a negative effect, having to conform to the ideal self set by social media. However, this could be seen as positive, as it's a form of escapism from daily life and a chance to act as my ideal self. Number 2, the battle for likes. This is what I like to call the war created between my ideal self and my real self, and the success of my self-presentation through social media. I feel this is confirmed to me through the likes and comments I receive and the feedback through social media. This is due to the fact the stigma and main super objective is feedback on profiles. The thing that's similar between all social media platforms is how we can like and comment on people's pictures. However, social media can easily power people to leave negative feedback, causing hurt and damage to my identity, as one half of my identity is governed by what people think of me or what I think people think of me. This can be hurtful, as if I don't get any feedback at all, as it's an indication of the failure of my ideal self. When I post something that doesn't receive the feedback I wanted, I am left feeling rejected. This damages my self-worth and my self-value. This has inspired my up-and-coming social media detox. This could be seen as controversial to many others, as social media is a main apparatus of communication for most of modern youth culture today, creating popular cultural influences. I could be seen as deviating from the norm and creating a new subculture of resistance. For me, social media is a popularity contest, often rigged by advertisers and the Insta-famous, due to the power social media has handed to them to create a stigma over my identity, and for me created a constant pursuit of perfection. Overall, I feel the power of social media does have a negative effect on my identity. However, I feel it would be very difficult for me to escape this due to its massive part in modern youth culture today.
created using Powtoon.